Married to Medicine is back. Oh my God! I know I'm like a little bit late to the party because I didn't really get none of the trailers or nothing like that for this season coming up. Usually I get a little trail leading up, but I ain't get nothing this time. It's all right. It just kind of popped up on me. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I just didn't know the exact date. But anywho, season 12, episode 1. This is Cocktails and Polo. And just a small mention, I'm sure everybody already knows that Dr. Heavenly is running for Congress or something like that down in Atlanta. So this season she will be here. She just will be more of a friend of instead of full time. I don't know how I forgot that Simone and Quad almost went to blow blows at the reunions on the last season. Listen, we starting off with the beef because they ain't let it go yet. Okay, Quad is at her house, swimming with her friends. We actually get to meet a newbie of the cast. Her name is Angel. I believe she's a nurse, and just discussing Quad's birthday party, 44. Everybody was invited except for Simone. Okay. Her and King is good, going strong, still living separately. They ain't figure out about that moving thing. Pretty much they gon' if they gonna move together, it's gonna most likely gonna have to be them finding a house together versus him moving in with her. And she's gonna have to either keep the house or sell it or whatever she gotta do. But anyway, they good. But this Simone beef, it's just a long time brewing, a long time stacking, a long time of I forgive you, I'm sorry, let's let it go, let's move on. But for some reason they just can't move on. Okay. And I think, I hate to say it, Simone. It might be on you. I think you the one that can't let this go. And I'm so, I wish she wasn't like this. Cause Simone is she my favorite. um, but while Quad is over there swimming with the ladies, speaking on Simone. Simone is over there with Dr. Jackie doing a little lunch date as they usually do. Um, just explaining to her that listen, Quad had this birthday. Um, she sent me. Did she send her an invite at least 2 hours before the party started? But Dr. Jackie got her invite at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Okay, something like that. They had some text messages between each other where they got a little bit snippy with each other because, off camera, there's been some blogging, some tweets, some Instagrams of them taking jabs at each other, okay, going back and forth, back and forth. I believe Quad thinks that Simone has started it first with the who gonna pay the mortgage, ha ha ha, laughing over there with Sweetie. Okay, so I'm gonna send her a little message, um, with a snide, passive aggressive invite type thing about said comment of the mortgage. Of course, Simone hit her back with whatever, whatever. Like they going back and forth with this tit for tat. And Dr. Jackie's kind of like, listen, it's worn at this point. And I'm thinking the same thing too, because what is this, season 12? Season 12. And you've been over at Quad ever since Mariah left, technically, because it was what we was all on Mariah ass at first. But then some Quad came and took that little spot, and for some reason you just couldn't get rid of her like you so easily got rid of Mariah. Okay, but this is how it's gonna be. I think this season it's just gonna be the Simone versus Quad show mixed in with a little bit of everybody else's mess. Child, Toya done moved again. Ooh, what number house is this? Ooh, what season is this? It's 12. So it's 12 houses. No, I ain't gonna do you like that. It's more like 10. But it looked like something that they finally settled on. It looks very, very nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Big old closet. We got to have the closet room for the shoes. But Eugene, see, this is how I know they're gonna move again because he done got him a job. Look, he done got him a new job now. See, look, now he changing jobs like they changing houses, Lord. But he making a little bit more money. Only thing is, it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours away from home, which requires him to be gone a little bit extra than he normally would have been if he was just here at the regular ass I don't know, is it Emory, uh, whatever hospital y'all got down there in Atlanta. And of course, Toya got something to complain about, which is, yeah, you do be gone a lot. So I feel like a military wife, like home alone, just got these boys trying to teach them what they supposed to be doing. And of course, he kind of like, girl, kids, is anything different from when daddy gone or from what daddy was doing ahead before? And it was there Avery and somebody. They like, nope, it's the same thing. I say, look, it feels just the same. Daddy here, daddy gone. We can't even tell the difference. But listen, we gonna count this. See how many should we say how many months she lives in this house or how many years? I don't know. I'm gonna think about this bet. Dr. Contessa, we got Dr. Contessa back. Dr. Scott. We learned that they done bought a whole building. Remember, they had opened up their own little clinic, therapy, doctor, something going on. Remember, but now like they're expanding, so it's like a whole building going on. Ooh, was it cost 1.2 million, and they had to cash out, baby, for this. Okay, assets, 401k, IRAs, bonds and stocks, trusts, and all this stuff. Look, the kids' college fund. I hope they didn't touch that. Listen, oh look, don't do what Kenya did. Anywho, they are looking good, doing good. Knock, knock, knock at the door. Oh, it's a little invitation. What's this invitation to? Like Mimi. Remember Mimi from last season? She's the therapist, psychiatrist. She is the doctor psychiatrist married to an ex football player. So she sends them this invite. It looked like football turf grass, a little square, and you're invited to something, 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 something. Okay, Contessa, like I can deal with this. We flip over, we see Quad getting the same invitation, and she like, "Now, girl, what in the Home Depot is this? Let me call this girl, child, Mimi, what's going on? You don't send me this piece of grass." And she like, "Yeah, come over. You're invited to this big old theme party that I'm doing. Is something that her and her husband are used to doing back where they used to live in Savannah, I believe, before moving to Atlanta and joining the show. But now that they're a little bit more established and got some friends and things, we might as well continue that little tradition that they got going on. So I can't even remember what the theme was. What was it? Something. We'll get to it. But while they're talking, Mimi does ask Quad about Simone, like, where y'all at? Are you going to be okay with her being at the party? Because it's going to be the first time that I believe they're going to see each other. Okay, so we see Simone and Toyer. They are getting dressed or about to get ready for Mimi's the Sanders Polo party. Okay, I don't know what the whole name was, but it's some type of polo soiree. Okay, cute little decorations. She's getting it all ready and everything. But anywho, they are discussing obvious things like, "Hey, Simone, you about to go and see Quad, right?" Quad and Toya used to not be cool like that, right? Used to go tit for tat with each other all the time, back and forth. But last season, somewhere along the lines, they kind of made up to where they can be cool. Okay, we can be cool, be cordial, and they actually be hanging out a little bit with each other. Okay, like closest to friends is friends gonna get, okay, when it comes to them. So she just kind of surprised that Simone and her is still going through this, the invite the day of the party, shade from Quad, and how is Simone gonna handle things like this and like that. It has to be talked out. We have to face it when we get there, when we see her, because obviously we're gonna see her at the party. This conversation rolls into Dr. Jackie. Okay. So do Dr. Jackie and Toya have beef? Not necessarily, but on Watch What Happens Live, Toya made a comment about Curtis needing to keep his hands in his pockets when it comes to him putting his waist around other women. Okay. We all know at the infamous couples trip, he come here, girl, and pulled her down on her lap, all that stuff. Some picture of him had his hand around Dr. Heavenly's waist. Ooh, girl, they need to erase that picture because that's when she was a little chunky chunk. Um, and Dr. Jackie didn't like it. Okay. So Toya's thing is, I mean, me and Jackie can go through what we're going through. I just don't like that she had to bring it to the group. Okay, we could have talked it out amongst each other, but since she brought it out to the group, now it's another thing, right? Because all the ladies are seeing it with their 2 cents. This leads into Dr. Heavenly, okay? Because speaking of people and things and sensitive subjects, her son was arrested at some point. I can't remember. I never really looked into it. She must have tried to shut down the stories or something because it wasn't like all over the place, but it was mentioned, it was heard. But like I said, I didn't read all into it, like whatever. It wasn't nothing exciting for me to really read about, but something that Heavenly has been suppressing, should we say, from discussing, because she don't like talked about her business. She like talk about everybody else's business. Okay, so how do we mention said incident to her without her, blowing up on us in Heavenly fashion, right? And Cecil, he's there. Of course, he's giving them a little advice as to say, I mean, obviously, y'all just everybody need to talk it out at this point. I don't know. It's a lot going on. We get to this party, Simone versus Quad. And then who else? Toya versus Jackie, Toya versus Heavenly. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so we at the Sanders Polo event. Everybody's arriving one by one in true fashion. Outfits was cute. I think maybe Simone probably could have stepped it up a little bit, to the theme a little bit better. Maybe even Toya. I didn't get Polo necessarily from her outfit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Either way, she's talking to Jackie, and they mention, oh, we're missing somebody. Where's Dr. Heavenly? Oh, well, Dr. Heavenly ain't coming. She, I guess, must have sent a message to Dr. Jackie, maybe nobody else, to say that, hey, I'm not showing up. She got other things to do, and it ain't nobody else's business. And this is all related to her running for political office. Like I said, she's going to be on the show. She's just not going to be full time as usual, which for me is a good thing, because I can't, like I can deal with Heavenly, but when she get on that, should we call it a high horse of hers, where she thinks she to heaven, that's where I got to check out. Okay. Because, girl, you and Damon is not Adam and Eve. And that's all I got to say. And you know what? Yeah, that's all, like, Toya, why is you thinking, okay, she like, okay, well, she not here because of political stuff. How about she not here because she don't want to talk about her son and his crimes, okay? Supposedly, allegedly. And they like, girl, just let it go. You just looking for something. So I guess this the day for Toya to start all the mess, okay? Because now that she done got off Heavenly, now she jumping on Jackie. Well, I wouldn't say jumping on Jackie, but I'm just saying, like, well, why Curtis ain't say hi to me? He mad at me? And she like, I mean, maybe not. You know, would Eugene be mad if he saw me making comments about him to pay him in a uh non respectful light? Okay. And, obviously Jackie's, didn't like the comments that she made on Watch What Happens Live. It just isn't representative of who Curtis is, okay? And of course, Toya had to hit her with it don't represent him as he is now. And, Jackie's like, oh, wait, what, okay, because, right, you accused him of touching pretty much all the ladies with his little fingers. So, yeah, he and me did not like it, Toya. Okay, so the party is continuing. We're going to put a pin in this Curtis, Toya, and Dr. Jackie situation, okay? Because I'm not sure if Toya is looking for an apology or. Well, actually, no. Toya is looking for Jackie to acknowledge that it wasn't Toya who set her big ass, because, Toya, especially back then. Okay. On Curtis' lap, it was him who grabbed her and pulled her down, okay? But, Jackie somewhere in delusional land just don't want to be there. So she just, okay, let's move on, and I'm not giving it to you, okay? Quad pops up, in quad fashion, fashionably late that is. I'm not sure if I was feeling her little white and black get up. I don't know. I don't know. It was, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But she shows up with Angel and King. I'm not sure if Angel is married or not. I guess we'll get to know her a little bit later. But she was at the Freaknik or Weeknik party, so some of the ladies have already met her. Simone just decides to let me just go ahead and nip this in the butt real quick because it's a party. It's just, and it's a big space, but it ain't that big, obviously, especially when Quad's in the room. So let me go ahead and just break this bread real quick with this girl so that we can see where this goes. She go over there, hey girl, hey, ooh, I'm hot, because she quite has some type of fan. So, ooh, fam, yeah, hot. You okay, girl? You good? Yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, for sure. Yeah, hi, good to see you. And then they kind of leave it at that, right? So it was awkward, but not too awkward. Curtis was over there looking like, I don't know if I should say hi or not, because if Simone told him, don't you talk to that girl, he is not gonna talk to that girl. Okay. Let me see. Remember, no Dr. Heavenly. And then who the heck just popped up? Oh, no. There is another new girl. They say Angel, she's like a nurse practitioner or something like that. But there's another girl, Brandy, and her husband, Shamir, and she is another nurse girl practitioner ish, Botox, whatever that little world is herself, right? So they all saying hi to each other. Hey, you know her? Oh yeah, I know her. She used to work at this hospital. Yeah, and then she do this and she do that. So Dr. Jackie, Dr. Jackie fashion. See, they think it was being shady. To me, it's just her just being Dr. Jackie, just saying stuff uh in her doctor brain instead of just being party brain. Because we had a party, we supposed to be partying. You gonna look at this lady, Miss Brandy, and say, do you have a thyroid problem? Or do you have a thyroid issue? And they all like, what? A thyroid? Oh, goodness gracious. So of course Simone, like, girl, I apologize. So listen, Dr. Jackie, she can't help herself sometimes. Medical terminology is just it just spit out. Like she got Tourette's. She can't help it. And of course, Miss Brandy, like, okay, listen, Simone already told me that Jackie might just be saying some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're infertile. But yeah, I think she did admit that she might got a little thyroid issue going on there. It ain't nothing. For the ones who got to deal with it, it's mostly the girl the look out stuttering my words because I ain't trying to body shame nobody, but some of the on the thicker side of life has such issues, and deal with it. Deal what you gotta do. Okay, but Dr. Jackie, child, I was cracking out like I know she did. Look, I know she did. Look, and me being skinny, I know Dr. Jackie's skinny. I just don't want to pop up around her and she say, "Girl, do you know that?" And I'd be like, "Well, I didn't know." You know what I'm saying, girl? Don't come for me. Thyroid. I mean, Simone ain't waste no time, okay? We get around all the ladies finally, everybody in one little good spot, and she just breaks it out like, okay, so I need to take a vote. I need to take a vote. Raise your hand, raise your hand. Who here thinks that it is okay or that you will show up to a party that you was invited to 2 hours before? Anyone? Hands? Hands? And everybody's kind of like, oh shit, here we go. Listen, we don't have to try to pull these ladies away from each other because if we keep on going, we don't know what was going to happen, okay? Not the Polo Sanders Classic, okay? Because we know Quad ain't going to show up to no party that she was invited to 2 hours ahead of time, okay? We got to get makeup, we got to get outfit, we got to get hair, all that glam stuff that these ladies be doing. Hours of work, right? 2 hours, girl, no. And of course, Quad agrees. I wasn't gonna show up if anybody would do that to me. Of course, are you crazy? I mean, but listen, Simone, we ain't been talking like we wasn't talking or necessarily on speaking terms. So that's just kind of how I was feeling at the time. So that's just kind of the message that you got or the invite that you got, and you was throwing shade at me about paying mortgages and paying my mortgage and over there talking to Sweet Tea and this and that, and obviously talking about Quad's money and where she get it from and how she paying for her houses and these cars and stuff. That is a hot button, okay? You don't push Quad's money button, you don't push Candy's mama button, or it used to be Candy's Tide button, but you don't push Candy's mama button. And Simone, like, listen, I mean, well, I was just throwing shade. It was like shade. I thought we was taking fun digs. I thought we'd be fun when we dig at each other, And she like, that ain't no fun shade. That ain't no fun shade. I ain't like that. This and that. You was trying to dig at me. And Simone like, well, I mean, well, what about, well, how does that feel being a traitor, huh? I'm a traitor? You think I'm a traitor now? And so for Quad, it kind of clicked in her mind there, like, okay, so yeah, you was a traitor. I said it. And that's funny, right? Sorry, shout out to, yeah. Anywho, so they're going back and forth like, yeah, I thought, Simone on her. I thought it was fun shade, light shade, but I'm a trader now. Okay, whatever. And of course, Quad's coming back at her with, yeah, this how it is. But you the one that started the mess. You the one that did this. And so now they're like, okay, let's. We getting a little bit too hype now. Pull Quad, you come over here. Let's go pay some of this chess. Simone, I thought you said you wasn't go. What you say? You was playing your playground, or you was getting out the playground, girl? We need to go to it. Just get out the sandbox, okay? Listen, y'all, we're gonna close out this episode with Simone just letting Quad know, like, listen, that last thing that we had going on, I was not angry with you. or yeah, let's just say she wasn't angry with her. She was angry at the situation. Sorry, I forgot the exact words that she said, but basically, listen, we was both arguing, we was both coming to blows, but we need some time and we need some space so that we can figure this out, because she got a little bit emotional here trying to explain to Quad that it took her out for about 2 days in the room in the bed trying to get over her own behavior, because Simone, we ain't never seen her go like, we see her mad, when she get all drunk and stuff, like that type stuff, but to like, I want to fight you, you dirty bitch, fuck you, all this, all like that. Yeah, we ain't never seen her go that far. And Dr. Jackie, listen, we seen Dr. Jackie get bold on the last one when she had to pull Dr. Heavenly down to tell her ass, was it Dr. Heavenly or was it Contessa? Maybe it was Dr. Heavenly, like, y'all need to stop, okay? And we ain't doing this on my clock. But Dr. Heavenly pulled Simone down and set her ass down and said, "Nah, I know, nah, we don't do this shit over here. Nah, you pull that shit together, child. Pull it together." Okay, when Dr. Jackie speak, they be like, "All right, girl, I got you. I would be quiet for now, but I'm be mad later again." So it's cool. They agree that, yeah, we're gonna put a little pin in it for here. We need some time, we need some space to let it all air out. Of course, Toya's in there like, "Yeah, girl, how long it's gonna take? Cause I don't believe none of y'all. This some bull." You know how Toya always is. Which, hey, she know the group, she know her peoples, and we know them too. This ain't over. It ain't over till the fat lady sing. And who fat? Well, look, according to Dr. Jackie, I ain't gonna say no names. But anywho, we get a little fast forward in because Toya's trying to put a timeline on this friendship makeup between the ladies. And like Simone said, girl, it ain't on your clock. It's whenever we get to it. Okay? It could be today, tomorrow, 2 years. We don't know. And in the montage, they showing that, yeah, it ain't over because we gonna fight. We still gonna argue. And not only is we gonna argue, Toya, while you over there talking, you got some arguing to do to yourself. Okay? Hopefully we don't get no more of that Contessa Heavenly crap, because that was a lot. But anywho, this was the first episode, Married to Medicine season 12. They are back full in effect, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love them. They're like my favorite show. Okay. And yeah, bye. That's it. Peace.